We're here at Queen Elizabeth II Conference Center, where pro-democracy Bahraini activists are staging a protest against King Hamad, who is attending a promotional event to strengthen British-Bahraini ties. Prince Andrew was meant to be the keynote speaker at the event, who is celebrating religious freedom in Bahrain, but he pulled out at the last minute. We spoke to protesters at the event to find out about the people of Bahrain's struggle against oppression and why the UK government is failing to criticize the human rights violations.
So today there's a conference that's being put on to whitewash the regime's violations in Bahrain at a time when we're still seeing people tear-gassed and beaten on the streets and tortured at the Criminal Investigations Department, at a time when people are still being sentenced to death on charges like insulting the king and inciting hatred against the regime and things like this. We're seeing a conference being put on in London that is whitewashing the regime and promoting them as, this peace-caring, interfaith, inter-civilization government, which is definitely very, very far from the truth. It is very important that when the government spends the thousands and thousands that they spend to put on these kind of events to try and promote that the government of Bahrain, is all for peace and human rights, that we make a stand over here and make sure the British public know that that's far from the truth.
The protest comes at a time when British relations with Bahrain are under scrutiny. The Bahraini king's son, Prince Nasser, is facing a London court bid to overturn his immunity from prosecution over torture allegations.
Prince Andrew withdrew from this conference this morning, and basically there's really no high-level person at this conference today. So pretty much what we were striving for has happened. It's become too embarrassing for Prince Andrew to appear publicly with them. I think it's really mind-boggling that a human rights defender can be sentenced to life imprisonment and there's not much of a response to it. But when you try to hold a torturer accountable, it takes such a long time. And he's still able to travel to the UK without being arrested. But I think that, in itself is an important step, and it's just the very beginning. And we will definitely be not only going after him, but after many others in Bahrain who have been implicated in very serious human rights crimes.
Almost all Bahrainis who are here outside this hotel are victims of the regime. My example is so clear that although I've been a former MP, my nationality has been stripped, I've been tortured, I've been put in prison, and I am in exile now. And our message to the international community is so clear that you should stand beside the Bahrainis' demand, because they having a democratic demand and there is clear oppression and human rights violations in Bahrain. It is indicated that so clearly that many people has been killed. There are daily tear gases and more than 4,000 people are in prison.
Hamad.